Can I just do a shower?
You're gonna have 3 people ahead of you. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Please proceed to shower 1. Customer 88, your shower is ready.
So, if you've been following along, we have left the mountains and are now in the Central Valley of California. And if you haven't been following along, or maybe this is your first time watching this channel, my name is Ryan. I live in the back of my self-converted camper van. We're currently in California, specifically the Central Valley. Spent the past few weeks up in the mountains, but I'm kind of just getting sick and tired of windy mountain roads. So I figured it's time for a change. Let's head down, not into the valley because it's like 100 degrees here and it's going to be for the next 2 weeks, but to the second option that you have when you live in a van in the summer, the beach. Let's go to the beach, let's go get away. It's always cooler down by the beach, that's where we're heading. But I gotta trim up this facial hair first. And the only mirror that I have that really works, especially since I don't want to do it in the van, is my side view mirrors because they're decently big, so I can trim it. I think I got it all. So we are about halfway through our drive from the Sierra Nevada mountain range in central to eastern California, all the way over to the west coast in a town called Monterey, which is like a little seaside city or town. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of back home on the East Coast. I figured it'd be nice to hang out, escape the high altitudes in the mountains and the wilderness, and trade that in for some beach days. But we're not getting into town until a bit late now, especially with this pit stop to take a shower because I was feeling kind of gross. Now we're not going to get in there until around 5 or 6. This has got to be the busiest Love's I have ever driven to in my life. There's like 1 billion trucks everywhere. And I had to wait like 45 minutes for a shower. I've never had to wait for a shower. Oh, and while we're at it, actually, another thing. How do the fruit trucks in California, specifically the ones that have kind of more delicate fruits like tomatoes, how they're just packed into the back of these trucks like mountain high? How do they not crush the tomatoes? How do the tomatoes not get crushed? Maybe they're just bad tomatoes, or maybe they're tomatoes that are going in like a canned tomatoes or something. I don't know. If anyone can let me know, that'd be cool. Like, there you go. There's one of those trucks. It's just packed full of tomatoes. How are they not crushed? Make it make sense. Very gloomy day today here in Monterey, but more importantly, cool. It is 61 degrees here. Lovely. So we had kind of a long drive to get here. It's 6 o'clock. Gloomy and cold, so I'm pretty beat, so I don't really feel like going out and checking out too much. I'll throw some warmer clothes on and walk over to the grocery store though, because there's a Trader Joe's a 5-minute walk from here, or we can go pick up some stuff to prep for dinner and have kind of a night in tonight. So we found a spot just on the side of the road here by a local tennis court. So we're not parked in front of anyone's house being too intrusive. And I'm glad I didn't drive here because there's 1 billion people trying to park and these parking lots are notorious. It's almost like they make their parking lots purposely hard to park in, and they're always so tiny. If you've ever been to a Trader Joe's, you know what I'm talking about. Dinner acquired. Just got stuff for tonight because I gotta clean out the fridge and do a bunch of other stuff, so I don't feel like going big grocery shopping right now. I do need to find a laundromat at some point tomorrow because I have a ton of laundry that I need to do that I've been putting off for forever. And I am pretty much gonna get cooking dinner right away because I am famished. Got a decently simple dinner to make tonight. Just some chicken, broccoli, and then I think I have some leftover rice in the fridge, but we got some peri-peri sauce for the chicken. But it's something I've wanted to use for a little while that my mom got me for Christmas. This is a perfect recipe for it. It's like this multi-spice. I've seen these before in the store, but I've never bought one. And it's got salt, paprika, curry, cayenne, garlic, salt, black pepper, and that's pretty much everything we'd need for our chicken seasoning. So we're gonna try this thing out. So we'll take our chicken, add it to the bag, and then hit it with our seasonings. We're gonna go with salt. So it doesn't come out very fast. This might take a while for all the seasonings. But with the power of editing, it'll go fast for you guys. Black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and finally, a little olive oil. So we'll mix that up and get these chickens all nice and coated evenly. And don't come at me for seasoning these in a bag. I know it's wasteful and I could just use a bowl, but if you lived in a van and you had to do dishes by hand, which maybe some of you do, I guess, maybe I'm just a pansy, you'd probably do it this way too. Now we can just cook these bad boys up. And I'm gonna let those cook for about 4-ish minutes on each side. Ooh, look at these beauties. That's some beautiful looking chicken. Those look good. Look at that. Nice color on those. And then while this last side cooks, we're gonna throw in some rice and some broccoli, let those steam up and cook, and we're eating. Beautiful. Look at that. Now that is a meal. 530 calories, 55 to 60 grams of protein, and it's a mountain of food. Cannot beat it. Top this boy off with some, just maybe a tablespoon of peri-peri sauce. Because it is kind of spicy. And that's all she wrote. That is a VanLife stealth camping on the street dinner. Chicken thighs, like by far, so much superior to chicken breasts. And this meal is fantastic. Ooh, that was a Ferrari and a McLaren. And another Ferrari. What is going on down here? Those 2 Ferraris and a McLaren. But anyways, I'm gonna eat dinner. I wonder what's going on down there. We've been up for a little while. FaceTimed my girlfriend when I woke up, and I was looking up, there's no gyms in the area, so today we're going for a run. Alright, we made it. Not really sure how far we ran, but long enough to sweat. And now I feel gross. I do not feel like taking a shower. But it's a good thing that we have body showers in the van, because before we head out for the day, get myself a nice wipe down. So we're gonna do that real quick. Fresh and clean. But I looked it up. The reason there's so many nice cars like the 2 Ferraris and the McLaren that we saw yesterday, and then that Porsche GT that we saw down the road, and something driving by right now, another McLaren and a Lamborghini, Wow, that was perfect timing. There's some gigantic auto show going on down here, so we're probably going to be seeing a lot of very nice cars in our day, which is a pleasant surprise. So the sun has started to show its face today. It was gloomy all morning, gloomy all yesterday. We're getting some peeking through right now at least. Okay, thought that was gonna be a nice car. Just a Mini Coupe. But while I was on my run this morning, I saw a cafe. First stop is there, and then we walked down to the pier. Grab some coffee, maybe some breakfast. I saw a nice table right outside. They didn't have ketchup. They honestly looked offended that I asked for it. Thank you very much. Do you have a ketchup by any chance? We should just suck it up and eat this thing without ketchup. That is actually really good. No ketchup needed. I know the people here are tired of that. I've been hearing that all day. Might have to go see if I can find this car show at some point or wherever the cars are located. Maybe it's within walking distance. I think they're having some big car auction in there, but pretty impressive looking cars. Look at the tail end on that thing. Myself personally, I'm much more of a fan of old school cars than I am the new age stuff. Like all these older type cars, I like them way, way better than I like any of those, like a new McLaren or Corvette or Porsche or anything like that. But honestly, if I was gonna buy a car, my dream car would have to be a 69 Mustang Fastback, all black. Or if we're going supercars, it's the Ford GT, but not a new one, an old Ford GT. And I like the Golf paint design on it. And then if I can never afford any of those, just an old truck would do just fine. Just kind of bring back memories. I haven't been to a car show in forever. I used to go to car shows with my dad and my grandpa. I haven't been to one since I was, I don't even know how old, maybe like 13. Nice wharf down here. There's two seals out there basking in the sun together. Ooh, I might have to cheat a little bit today and get some clam chowder. You know anything about me, you know I love clam chowder. But then again, there's also crab legs down here, so I might have to do crab legs. I haven't had crab legs in years. Ooh, I'm struck my phone. I am decapitated now. How's it going?
Morning.
Morning. Is the last one at 12:30?
Yes, for today, the winds are going to pick up this afternoon.
How long is it? The
2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay. So back around like 3:30.
3:15 approximately.
Is now a good time? Is it a good time of year to see whales or?
Absolutely. Whales will be out there.
Really?
98% chance of seeing humpback whales. Pretty good odds.
Do we get our money back if it's 2%?
If you don't see whales, we give you a rain check to come back
I'm just
another
kidding.
time. No, it's true though. We haven't given a rain check in 6 months.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Come on in.
Checking in?
I was just looking at maybe getting a ticket for the 12:30 tour.
$75 for the main deck, $95 for the upper deck.
What's the difference? Is the main deck just indoors?
It's the indoor-outdoor seating down here in the main deck. You're closer to the water, looking straight across at the animals. The upper deck up here is limited seating. I'm only allowed so many people up there. Gives you access to both levels of the boat, and it's more of a top-down view. You get a great look no matter where you're at. It's just personal preference. How much
So just with the upper deck, you just get access to the upper deck, but you still have access to everything else?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do upper deck for 12:30.
How many?
1. All right. We're going whale watching. Didn't wake up today expect to do that, but here we are. So we got about 40, 30 minutes till we have to be back to the boat.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Watch your step, watch your head, okay?
Watch your step, watch your head, okay? Oh. Should have listened to her.
Watch your step, guys.
Or VIP. I should have listened to them. I walked straight into that beam in front of 20 people. That was embarrassing. Not gonna lie, I've not been on a boat in a long time, and these waves are a little bigger than I thought they were gonna be. I hope I don't get seasick, but I do get motion sick on swings, so we'll see. I also just realized that most of these whales are gonna be probably pretty far away from the boat, so you guys won't be able to see it. So just imagine a little poof of smoke coming out of the water.
based on the size difference between these two, this does look like a mom and calf pair. So this is a mom and her baby. And I do think the baby has been doing the splashing. I do recommend taking a shower afterwards. Oh, nice full body freeze from the calf there, Mr. Magic. Right next to us here, left side. And there's all that whale snot you guys probably felt and smelled.
There's so many people throwing up off the back of this boat right now. Or at least were when we were watching the whales. Luckily I'm not so far, knock on wood, there's no wood on here. But we saw some pretty cool whales. We saw a mom and her calf whale doing a bunch of tricks. It's pretty cool.
So a lot of times we will see these whales come really close to the boat like this. Like I said, they are intelligent animals, so they do become curious with us. Despite how big they are, they're kind of hard to see from the surface here.
Yeah, it's because I puke, that's why.
So we'll see what happens. Alright, so we got our whales starting to come back up here. About 10 o'clock.
We're docking the boat now, I'm not gonna lie. I had to lock in a little bit and just stare at the horizon for the last hour of that trip coming back because I was starting to feel a little seasick. Nothing too bad, I just didn't want it to get any worse than it was. So I was just sitting back here, staring forward. But we saw a bunch of whales out there. The two that we saw, the one that we saw breaching out of the water, the bigger one with her calf, was Little Dimple and Mr. Magic, or Mrs. Magic. Something like that. And it's a mom and a calf that have been out here for a little while, and apparently some of them have names. And then we saw a pod of whales that had was feeding with a pod of like 600 sea lions and seals. It was pretty cool. We saw a decent amount of stuff, but I am genuinely starving. All I've had is that tomato quiche, and it's 3 o'clock. So once they get this big berth of the boat parked, we're gonna go, I think, treat myself to some snow crab legs.
Thanks for coming. Watch your step, watch your head, take your time. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Zipper's down, and I hit my head again. God. You get out of here. So the only option they have is a 1 pound option. It is $109, but crab legs are probably my favorite food of all time. I haven't had them in forever, so figured we're here. Probably good. Why not? I just hope they fill me up, because the only thing that makes me upset when I spend a lot of money on food is when I eat it and then I'm still hungry after. Like at a fancy restaurant, if they serve small portions, but I think a pound of meat, I don't know if they weigh it by the meat or by the leg, but either way, it's gonna be good. Taking myself on a nice dinner date for one. This might be a little too romantic for one person though. We got bread though. We're ready to eat. Sweet. Thank you. $190 for this. It's not even 2 crab legs. It's 1 claw. Well, looks like I'm gonna be hungry. But anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty not happy. Staff in there was super nice. Talked to one of the servers, they were great. Crab legs were soggy. It was 3 legs. It wasn't even a whole claw, which maybe that's on me. I didn't realize how small a pound of king crab legs was, but one of the legs had no meat in it. Overall, still hungry. Just spent $300 for 7 bites of crab meat. But again, on me. I knew what the price was before I went in there. Just a little sad. I really wanted good crab legs. They also did not have Old Bay, which I know is an East Coast thing, but usually they'll still have it. So, but anyways, I get a little more food and then head back to the van. Other than those crab legs, it's pretty cool to go out and see the whales, hang out in Monterey. But I have got a ton of chores that I need to get done today because I've been putting them off for way too long. Gotta get the laundromat, gotta take out some trash, I gotta pick up some supplies, so I'm gonna hang out here, maybe take a nap, and then go get my chores done. So I think that's where I'm gonna end this video. As always, I truly appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, think about clicking that subscribe button. Let me know where I need to go in the comments, where I should visit, what I should see, what I should cook, and I will see you guys next time.